Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Queens of American Wrestling TEW 2020. We are at the Road to Royalty San Antonio Invasion event. These are like small B shows. I'm not sure how many they'll do. I'm mainly doing this, I think I mentioned this before, just to kind of get more content before the game drops. The game's going to be dropping soon. I have some filler in between that. But just to kind of heads up, I'm not sure how these will affect the finances. I don't know what day we're on. I think we're on the last Sunday. So we'll see how the finances affected it. If they really tanked, I probably won't do it again. But it could be a fun thing just to trying to get us pop. And it is a fun thing I could see, like a tiny show. In terms of continuity, I'm not sure how. I kind of booked myself in a corner with some of these matches, just because it's like in reality. But then again, this is a wrestling simulator game. You shouldn't take these things all too seriously, if you know what I mean. Waka waka. But you know what? Let's just jump right into the show. And we're not going to show the screen at first. We're going to cut to a lovely little video package to start us up on this great event. What do you know? It's the Vinny Cruz, starring, of course, Vinny Cruz. And we have Vinny Cruz out there, and we have the rest of the Ronin 3 kind of just sitting back beside themselves, you know. And Vinny Cruz is like, welcome everybody to the Vinny Cruz. Of course I am Vinny Cruz. Who would have thought? And I'm here today with a special guest in mind. That is Pamela Rojo. Pamela Rojo, why don't you come on down here? And Pamela's very reluctant. Because if you were to show it, I don't know if we hyped this up. I assume we hyped it up online as like the show. But we're trying. This is more really slow. Like obviously the attendance was less. All things considered, we're in Fort Worth, Texas, building up in the Texas area. The main event of tonight will be Pamela Rojo versus Foxy LaRue of the Ronin 3. So getting in a ring with 3 of her opponents is obviously very, very not recommended, but Pamela doesn't really care. So she gets in the ring, and Vinny's like, I want to get the elephant out of the room. We're not going to attack you. That is not how the Ronin 3 do their business. It is, of course, how the Ronin 3 do their business, but, you know, what's more important here to us, Rojo, is that we let everybody get a set, and you've been making quite a noise, and we want to get your thoughts on the matter. Now, I know you weren't there last event at New Reign, but you did make it very vocal that you did not like that fact, and you sent some very harsh words, in my opinion, to our Commissioner Cherry Bomb. Now, why was that? Pamela was like, well, that's because then Vinny takes the mic. I think I figured it out. I think I know why you did that. Because you're getting up there. You are used to how things used to be in QAW. But things have changed. I don't know if you could tell. I got sexier. The Ronin 3 got bigger and better, and you kind of fell to the wayside. Hellcat Hernandez did her own thing. I do not like Hellcat Hernandez. I'm unbiased here, but of course you are you kind of a loser. So you do what everyone else does, and that's go to the authority, quote unquote. Now, if you know the Ronin 3, we are the real authority in QAW, so you should have talked to us. Now, I've always liked you, Rojo, don't get me wrong. You are a good wrestler. If I could, I'd allow you into the Ronin 3. But there's a couple factors here that are ruining that. A, it's the Ronin 3, not the Ronin 4. B, at this point, I'm not sure if you can hang with the talent that we have in this ring. And it's going to be proven tonight when Foxy does beat you in that ring, fair and square. I can guarantee that. And also, 3 is because Cherry Bomb pays me very good for a distraction. That's when Raquel Alvarado comes in and just beats the shit out of Rojo. The Ronin 3 just kind of look back, like they eventually leave the ring. Vinny Cruz, there's like a little sign that like the carpet. He rolls that up really quick and takes that. He's like, "Don't get blood on my carpet." And Raquel just fucking destroys Rojo. as we open the show. Very, very hot opening to the show. And we have our very first match. Apparently they didn't click, but in a pretty much the high spot match of the night, Darkness Cat takes on Air Raid Siren, who she defeats in 737 with a Black Cat moonsault. I love that move. I did not know that was her main move. So Darkness Cat picks up a much-needed win. They did not click, made for an awkward bout. But whatever. Air Raid Siren's getting better at her gimmick. That's always nice to see the young kids do it. 19. I forget what her performance last time was. I could check that, but I'm lazy. But Darkness Cat improved a little bit. I forget what she rated, but a 38 is always very good. And in a massive trios tag match, we have Juana Hurricane, teams with Lucha Bound to take on the Clenched Fist, Hellcat Hernandez, Ava Anderson, and Lily Snyder. We will get into what happens, will be happening at San Antonio Invasion, but this is almost kind of a preview for two matches. Juana Hurricane has challenged the Clenched Fist to find another partner to fight her stable, the Stormfront, in the trios match. And, of course, Lucha Bound will be facing off against the best in the business, or not the best in the business. They have obviously been feuding, but they're going to face off in a big match. I'm actually going to change that now that I forgot about that, because I think I booked it differently. But the Lucha Bound are going to be going for the tag titles, and, of course, have a long history of, I guess a history of non-compliance. I don't know what the word I was thinking for, with the best in the business. But had good wrestling, decent reaction from the crowd. Crowd was into it. The Clenched Fist pick up the win, illegally using the ropes. The Clenched Fists are going to cheat, but at the end of the day, they won. That's all they care about. They pinned Maria Torres, but, it's legal. So, it kind of ruined some of the momentum there, but at the same time, they did have to cheat. So that was one of those things where it's like, in real life, I wouldn't do that, but again, it's a fucking game. Ava Anderson was the only one that really kind of drove the match down with a 39, but that's still impressive. Pinky Perez with a 48. She's not giving me any attitude problems. I know she has, I think she has a weird attitude. I'll check later. But a lot of 40s, a lot of good stuff, a lot of great work from these women here tonight. And then we have Modesty Pador. We show her. She's walking back. So this is a video, kind of, again, that's played on the projector and then edited better into the show for later releases. I assume, like, these shows are maybe added in to the main shows, like a DVD, like a 2-for-1 type thing. Modesty Pador's walking in. She walks into Farah Hesketh's office. Now, she's not really she's obviously Cherry Bomb is the commissioner, but Farah owns the company, so, we're not going to pretend that that's not a thing. And she goes, Farah, I really don't want to do this. And Farah's like, are you going to beat the shit out of me or what? She goes, I have a complaint. And we're playing up the modest character trait, because that's how I'm going to go with it. I don't want to complain, but I just saw Sarah Taylor's video uploaded, and I could not believe that she had the audacity to do that. Can you believe that? She didn't show up when she's the champion. She shows up before, but now she can't show up because she's the champion. I don't get it. And Farrah's like, look, Modest, I'm just gonna call, I guess that'll be her name, is Modest. I get it, that's the attitude you want to take, but you don't have to worry about those things. And I absolutely agree with you. I think Sarah Taylor is disgracing the Shockwave title, which is a shame, because her winning it was really the next step in the title's evolution. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to go and tell Sarah that next event, she has to show up. And hopefully that'll get her to stop this weird thing she's doing. And Modesty goes, thanks, I just want to see the best for the title. And she goes, it's okay, Modesty, you can come into my office anytime. So kind of get like a mentorship kind of feel for these two in our angle. And then we have our main event of the evening. Good heat, decent wrestling. Foxy LaRue just out-wrestles Pamela Rojo. Using underhanded tactics. There's a little chaos at the end of the show, in which we have Pamela's obviously, it's very storytelling. Pamela's nursing the injuries. Probably, I assume, like, maybe either, like, the legs or, like, the midsection. One of those wrestling areas that are always hurt. Foxy goes in on that area, just brawling, just punches, kicks, very stiff shots to that. While Pamela herself, is stiff, but, she loses that kind of momentum. Ashley Ashley Grover does come in to distract Foxy for a little bit, but Commissioner Bomb does as well. She doesn't really do anything. She just kind of laughs. And, of course, Foxy then just hits the, what was it? No, I forget what her move is. I don't know why I forgot her finishing move. But she defeats Pamela Rojo in 21-34 using these underhanded tactics and combined with the Commissioner Bomb distraction to pick up the much-needed win. And after the show, or after the match, the Ronin 3 leave, and Commissioner Bomb is there. Raquel Alvarado comes out, and we think, oh god, more of this shit. And Cherry Bomb they don't attack Pamela. Pamela's just there. She's, bloodied from her match. And Commissioner Bomb takes out a big wad of cash, like 100, 200, 300, 400. She thinks about it for a bit. And the 500, and she hands it to Raquel, who takes the money. She does like the thing where you pull it back and you count it a bit. And those two walk away, clearly in cahoots with each other to end the show. And that's Road to Royalty San Antonio Invasion. And we're going to finish the show, see what our grade was. 42, pop-up in 1. Pamela Rojo was slightly overused. No big deal. I forget what her thing is. We're going to make a speech, of course. We're going to tell, who do we want to tell? I'm going to tell Foxy she did good. Because that was good. I'll go Pinky, Foxy, and then, there's only 3 matches. So I'll go Darkness Cat. Darkness Cat should be rewarded for a pretty good performance considering where she's at in the company. Pinky seemed pleased, Foxy seemed pleased, Darkness Cat seemed pleased. And I will see you guys for the next show where I will go over what matches will be happening later. Alright, so we have a couple of information there. Lack of big names. I figured this would happen. I don't think it was that big of a deal. I haven't seen the finances screen yet. I'll probably fix that just by having more promo segments with more over people. But, that's, to be expected. That's pretty fun. But this is a big one, is Alexis Lee Littlefeather has announced she will be retiring from active competition in 3 months. I might talk to her I will try to talk to her to see how. I was gonna leave this as a surprise, but I think people have seen that this happens quite a bit, and it does make sense. She's as you can see, she's 39 years old and has wrestled for 13 years, and it's not the biggest loss, but we'll have to work on how that is set up. But yeah, no, in other news, in terms of women's wrestling, in terms of news, I'm going to mainly focus on women's wrestling. Surgery for Melody. Melody, I believe, was injured, and then she has been afflicted with a torn heel, underwent surgery. Early reports are not good, as it appears that complication arose and that she will now be out for longer than first thought. And on a more worrying note, that she may have suffered more damage as a result of the problem in the operating move. So everyone, press F for Melody. Melody is a pretty decent worker, so hopefully it's that. And then we have 5 Star Supreme Wrestling. This is a changed logo, by the way. Had their tour, amazing tour. I might try and do this while I'm here. Let me go, contact, that's where it is. Let's go 5 Star Supreme. Do we have a working agreement? Oh no, that's not how you did that. How do you get a working agreement? View profile, relationships. Oh, okay, here you go. 5 Star Supreme, declare war, adopt friendly attitude. Let's see if we can propose talent trading. Have declined your proposal, don't feel couldn't share a strong enough bond. Can we adopt a friendly attitude? We currently have a mild opinion. Okay. Can we do this now? Oh, okay, so there we go. We have a talent trading proposal, something I really wanted to do. And so yeah, we have a good, we have a working promotion with both CILL and 5 Star Supreme, which is very good. I like how it says AI controlled. Very, very small thing. But let's check our finances in order. We currently made a profit last month of $16,000. Did we go up in size? We did not yet. I believe that's been, obviously size has been reworked with importance. I love that very much. It's now very straightforward. But looking at everything, yeah, I feel, is there anything? Oh, showing the pre-booking for the matches tonight. Do I have to edit out? No, I do not have to edit out the thing. So we have 4 main matches are booked. for San Antonio Invasion. This is a pretty big show, so all things considered. We have Alina America versus MMA for the QAW World title. That wasn't really a surprise. That was pretty much hinted at on our first show, New Reign. We have The Rage versus Lucha Bound, another match that was made beforehand. But we have two other more matches. Stormfront versus Hellcat Hernandez. And this is going to be changed up, so I'm going to... How do I modify this? We are going to make this now... Lily Snyder and Ava Anderson will team with Hellcat Hernandez, the Clenched Fist making their way to the ring to make that change. The booking has changed. Saving would reset the amount of 10 segments to be booked back to 0. I sure wish to continue. Let's clear out this all stuff. And we're gonna set that. I was originally gonna have that finish that you saw there. I don't know if I'm gonna have the same finish, all things considered. So I'm just gonna pre-book that. Have changed. Yeah, we'll modify that later. So there we have Stormfront versus the Clenched Fist. That's gonna be the main match, and then of course Ashley Grover versus Foxy LaRue, a match that has been brewing up for a little bit. Interference from both sides. Will Ronan 3 and the Line get involved? You can only assume yes. So those are the 4 matches that we have to look forward to next event. Sorry if I'm recording these on the fly, and I've been very busy with finals. So if I sound a little off during these, I'm sorry. And of course, I'm playing throughout the new game, so I'm not sure how things are going to go down. But all the matches and all the events have gone down very good so far. I'm very excited for the full release of this game. I can't wait. I also can't wait to dive into the WWE save, how that will work out. And I will see you guys for the next episode of Queens of American Wrestling.
Nice.